With the holidays just around the corner, gamers, kids, and families the world over will be shopping for the perfect gifts for family, friends, or even a nice present for themselves. The Nintendo Switch is nearing its second year anniversary, so now more than ever people will be purchasing the Nintendo Switch console. If you're looking for a reason to purchase one for your child or even for yourself, I did a video last year on the topic. The link to that video will be at the top of this video's description. But enough of all that. From this point forward, I'm assuming you've already got plans to buy one or already own a Nintendo Switch and looking for great holiday games to buy. This is KingdomAce's Nintendo Switch Buyer's Guide for the holidays. Coming in at number 10, we've got Mega Man 11, the rebirth of the Mega Man franchise and the 12th entry into the classic Mega Man series. Yes, Mega Man and Base does count. After the long hiatus of standard Mega Man titles, the world's favorite blue robot is back and better than ever. Mega Man 11 is a 2.5D side-scrolling platformer, where the player, as you would expect, must navigate through the levels, gathering collectibles, beating enemies, all leading up to fighting the level's Robot Master, the boss of the stage. There's 8 in total, excluding the final stages of the game, closing in on the final boss. I feel Mega Man 11 makes a wonderful gift for the holiday, as it's nice, challenging platformer that will have people of all ages jumping for joy when overcoming a difficult obstacle, be it a challenging part of the level's design, or making sure you have an appropriate amount of weapon ammo or upgrades for Mega Man to ensure a non-wall punching experience. Yes, Mega Man has always been known in the past as a difficult franchise, which by the end of the game has you nearly master every mechanic of the game, and Mega Man 11 is no different. So when purchasing this game, if you choose to do so, the game is hard and can even be brutal at points. I figure that's why the developers made sure to include a difficulty setting this time around. But a challenging platformer I feel is a wonderful experience that can even aid you in many games to come. Number 9 is a game I've sunk more time into than I'd like to announce publicly. Thanks to my live streams and playing alongside you guys, of course, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch is, in my opinion, a must-have for the console. During this holiday season, it's quite common for family and friends to get together and spend time with one another, watching movies, eating food, and most fun of all, playing games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a great way for family and friends to get in on the action on one TV, or even in their own handheld modes if they prefer. As the name implies, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a remaster of the original Mario Kart 8 from the Wii U, with additional content coming with the base game this time around instead of being DLC. The bread and butter of the game is exactly how it sounds. You pick from a selection of the Nintendo characters, primarily Mario games, to be your racer, and you compete against family or friends to see who can get the gold trophy at the end of the Grand Prix, that being 5 races. Alongside that, there are different types of settings you can apply to races. Generally, there are a plethora of different items to obtain during a race and use against other racers to ensure your victory. The competition comes in knowing that they have items at their disposal too, but additionally, you're able to change up the type of items you can have, such as only banana peels, and litter the raceway, making it a nightmare for combatants to maneuver around, or even bob-ombs only, causing a chaotic explosive experience. And even then, that's not all. There's plenty of party games to choose from and an online mode to play, so all year round there's always been people playing with, making Mario Kart 8 Deluxe a must-have this holiday season. Next up, we have Starlink Battle for Atlas. The main premise of Starlink is space and planetary exploration. You play as the members of the Equinox, a starship that travels through space and are traveling through the reaches of the Atlas solar system in search of your captain that was abducted by what appears to be a strange organization with malicious intentions. Exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version of this game, you can play as Fox McCloud, leader of the Star Fox crew. This is a big plus for this game, as many Nintendo fans, old and new, know the legend of Fox. It adds much more depth to the game with their inclusion, in that they're even weaved into the overall plot of this game. But Starlink isn't all about plot, as a lot of the game you spend traveling planet to planet, completing mission objectives, and helping out the researchers improve life on the given planet. Also, be sure to protect them against bandits. They may be a little easy, but they can be ruthless when you're not around, so make sure you keep an eye on everyone to help them out. What also has a major high point for Starlink is that it's included co-op multiplayer, so you and a friend can both fly down to the planet's surface and take on all sorts of challenges together. One cool yet little unnecessary feature is that when you get the physical copy of this game, it comes bundled with a toy ship with additional parts and add-ons to equip on your ship that affects the appearance of your spaceship and mechanics of your ship in game. Swapping out weapons, adding new mods for your ship to be strong. There's a lot of fun to be having when diving into Starlink Battle for Atlas. Next is a game every Nintendo fan knew would be on this list, and I 100% agree with each and every one of you, and it's Super Mario Odyssey. Odyssey is the newest 3D Mario title released late last year for the Nintendo Switch. The plot of the game is as basic as it gets. You know, the same reused story since 1985. Princess Peach is kidnapped, Mario pursues after Bowser. But if you're not playing a Mario RPG title, you're definitely not here for an actual story. The gameplay of Odyssey speaks for itself on a multitude of different levels. It's definitely some of the best the series has ever had. had, especially in recent years. Alongside Mario, we have his partner, Cappy, who alongside him allows Mario to reach new heights and perform maneuvers never thought possible for our Italian hero. If you're a fan of Mario, you owe it to yourself to experience this game. There's something for just about every type of Mario fan here. Plenty of main game and post-game content able to keep a person busy for hours. Over 900 different collectible power moons in the entire game. This game is an absolute stunning masterpiece to see on the big screen, and even more wonderful to be able to take with you on the go. Traveling for the holidays has never been so satisfying. Now, one game I personally have a ton of fun with on and off of stream is Splatoon 2. Being the sequel to its super successful predecessor, it really had a lot to look up to. Splatoon 2 does what Splatoon 1 did and makes it better. Splatoon 2 is a competitive multiplayer paintball game. Though that itself is a nice, not commonly done concept, what really gives Splatoon charm is the Inklings you play as. Just as the name implies, your character that you can design yourself has the ability to change into a squid and back to a kid again at will. And in the squid form, they can sink inside the paint, the ink that's on the battlefield, to hide and collect more ink to use as ammo. Not only that, you're able to swim through any surface while traveling through the ink, so steel mesh walkways, up walls, anywhere that there's ink on. The game constantly adds new events into the game to change up the fight, such as Splatfest, an event where two sides are introduced such as ketchup versus mustard, and players choose a side to fight on and the winners get loot unobtainable anywhere else. Splatoon 2 is a great game to sink a ton of time into, not only going alone, but with friends as well. If any of you decide to pick up this game, we stream the game all the time right here on the channel, so if you'd like to play alongside me, feel free to hit the bell and subscribe so you never miss a thing. At number 5, we've got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now, though the game did fairly well on the Wii U, the Switch version being a port of the original, Nintendo knew that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze was capable of more, adding additional content such as Funky Mode, allowing the players to play an easier speedrun-esque version of the game playing as Funky Kong, alongside the Switch's portability allows players to experience Donkey Kong Country on the go. As far as the game itself goes, I'm fairly sure many who've played the game themselves would agree with me that this game is definitely the best of Donkey Kong. The combination of overall challenge, collectibles, level knowledge all play a factor into making this game what it is. It's one of those games where once you pick it up, it's hard to put it down just after a level or two. 2 turns to 3, 3 turns into 4, and then next thing you know, you're 4 hours in. And then you want to start redoing the levels to ensure you found every secret and Kong letter you could find. The vibrant, colorful beauty that is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is one of the most visually pleasing platformers on the Nintendo Switch. Take my word for it, you or anyone in mind that could receive this as a gift will have a wonderful holiday season. Super Mario Party is one of the best purchases you can make this holiday season. If you have any plans on enjoying some game time with family and friends, the game is essentially a reboot for the franchise, so the game is right up the alleyway of veterans and newcomers alike to the series. The game consists up to 4 players choosing from a selection of Mario characters, all participating in a competition on top of a board game-like field. Each of the 4 players will roll a dice deciding the turns of who will roll when, with the end goal of collecting the most power stars and coins amongst the 4. While in addition to roaming around the board collecting coins and power stars at the end of every turn cycle, a minigame will begin, consisting of all players competing for 1st through 4th place, selectively receiving more or less coins depending on the place the player landed in. The game also has a dedicated minigame mode, for those who want to jump straight into the action without the stress of the board. There are 84 minigames in Super Mario Party, so when picking up Super Mario Party, family and friends will have hours and hours of uninterrupted party time. Now next up is the newly released titles Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. The game began to have a circle of hate before the initial release on November 16th due to it being a title aimed at newcomers and those coming from Pokemon Go, more so than catering fully to veteran Pokemon players like past games. But to the surprise of many, myself excluded because I knew it'd be great, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee were very well received during its first week, with a wave of praise flooding social media. The game takes the steps to remedy problems of previous titles as well as integrating new features that make things more convenient and easier for the players, such as no more trips to the box PCs in the Pokemon centers, now replaced with the new Pokemon Box, a place where Pokemon caught outside of your current 6 party members will be sent to, able to be exchanged with party Pokemon anytime, anywhere. Also, due to many Pokemon Go players having never played an actual Pokemon game before, the game also integrates the new Go part, where players are able to transfer the Pokemon caught from Pokemon Go into their copies of Pokemon Let's Go. This works wonders, as some Pokemon caught in Pokemon Go may not be in your version of Let's Go Eevee and only in Let's Go Pikachu, making it an easy remedy for that situation. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is a must buy this holiday season for any and all Nintendo Switch owners. Now this game actually hasn't had its release yet, but will be out on December 7th, 2018. More than enough time to prepare presents for the holidays. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, arguably being the most highly anticipated Nintendo game, actually, more accurately, the most highly anticipated video game of all 2018. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a fighting game consisting of 74 playable characters from Nintendo games new and old, alongside many third-party characters as well. The game is able to go up to 8 players fighting each other on stage at once, though many play with a standard one-on-one to keep things fair. The objective of Super Smash Bros. Is having both characters on screen starting off with their HP at 0%, meaning they haven't taken any damage yet, to fight the other, continuously raising the enemy's percentage until they can hit them hard enough to be knocked out of bounds, unable to recover. The game over the years has seen major popularity around the world for being technical, fun, and exhilarating to experience. Many watching probably already know of Smash Ultimate and are eagerly awaiting the fated day of December 7th, but I wanted to re-mention that the other innovators of the Grind Zone and I are giving away 3 copies of this game. All the info on that at the top of the description. Now this game, I'm sure many of you who know me already know what game this is. The game that started it all, a release title of the Nintendo Switch console itself, the widely recognized official Game of the Year of 2017, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The game considered to be an easy entry point for many looking to dive into the Zelda franchise. Just like its predecessor Ocarina of Time, the game is recognized by many as one of the greatest video games ever created. There's a special charm that emanates from Breath of the Wild, making it impossible for those who experience even just a taste of it to go without it. The game begins with showing off its beautiful open world, really explaining to you that, yeah, everything you see you can go to. There's no mountain unclimbable, no plains to not run through, the entire sky able to be soared through, a vast open world of full interesting people with their own special dialogue and missions to be accomplished. Breath of the Wild is one of those games that can be as glorious as you allow it to be. Sure, you can go from place to place and beat the game, but without stopping to take in the scenery, talk to the NPCs, experience the side quests, the game has a value of much more than $60. But for that price, this game will change your life. I myself, over numerous profiles, have hundreds of hours in this game. From me exploring the vast world of Hyrule, discovering its secrets, as well as being accompanied by you all streaming the game, Breath of the Wild is a modern classic, a game that will be played for decades to come. You owe it to yourself to play this game on your or a loved one's Nintendo Switch. It's a fantastic ride. But with that, those are my top 10 Nintendo Switch games to get this holiday season. If you're a Switch owner and have a recommendation for someone, help them out by leaving your suggestion in the comments. I also wanted to say we recently broke 3,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for your consistent support. It truly does mean a lot to me to have you all alongside me for this journey. And if you haven't already, why not subscribe? It really helps our community grow and really means the world to me. If you enjoyed the video or it's helped you out in any way, hit the like button for me and share this video out with someone. You can really make someone's holiday that much better. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember, my loyal knights, to always look skyward.
Mínase.